What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I am your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know locals around the world on and off the board. And today we have another guest in the studio, Mr. Gilly Nugs, bro. How you doing today?
Good.
Glad to be here, bro.
Yeah,
glad to have you here. Glad to have you here.
Super hyped. It's a blessing
Cool.
for sure.
All right. First question I always ask everybody is, what city are you representing?
La Puente, California.
La Puente? Is that where you grew up, or?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up right there in LP, fucking off of Fairgrove, and just mobbing around, just meeting everyone. There was very few skateboarders there. Okay. We were there, but there was just a small fraction, you know?
Okay. So
eventually when we got old enough, we started to venture out and just meet other people and connect.
And when did you pick up the skateboard, or how did you get into skateboarding?
Through my father.
Through your father?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Through William Serrano.
Oh, cool.
He was a big skateboarder for a long time, and we seen him doing it, and then eventually we got into it, and then he liked that we were doing it, so he didn't really like push us because we already figured out like we're really like intrigued by this. It's interesting. So he didn't care. He just let us keep skating.
That's cool. And you say us, is that you and...
It was me, my older sister, and my older brother.
Okay.
My younger brother, he never skated, but
okay.
Us three, we were all skating. But for me, I was the one that somehow it clicked and it worked.
That's cool, man. I love those stories, man. Shout out to Pops, too, to get you on the board and showing you the ropes.
Definitely. It's a blessing for sure.
For sure. Are you goofy or regular?
Regular.
Regular? Okay. Do you remember your first board that you got, or?
My first board was just a mini, like tiny, like
a tiny
little deck.
How about your first like real pro board when you got older?
Oh, my first setup?
Yeah.
It was a Black Label setup.
Black Label?
Because my dad was riding a lot of Black Labels at the time, and this is when
Black
the boards had like the awkward like shapes, you know?
Okay.
So it was a double kick with like more of a square nose, not so much like it was popsicle, but it was more of a square nose, not so much.
Like a shovel nose kind of.
Yeah, shovel nose.
Yeah, sick. What's your board setup like today?
Board setup right now is an Anti-Hero 8-1 with riding bones, you know, Indies and bones, ready to go.
Sick. And what size wheels are you rocking?
54s.
54s? Oh, they're pretty big. Yeah,
big.
Yeah. I usually like 50 millimeter myself, but...
well, when I went to go get my deck, they had literally no, like, 52s or 53s. Or, like, no small... Choice. Like, usually I run, like, a 50, 51, but they had nothing small, so I was like, you know what? 54 is where we go.
What shop do you shop at?
Oh, all over.
Oh.
Any like, if I don't have a board and I just want to go get a board, I'm going to go to any shop.
Oh,
I'm going to go to the mall, I'm going to go to a skate shop, or just wherever I can get them.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, Listo. Growing up, did you have a local skate park or anything like that?
No, we built ramps, or we had like a flat bar, we built little kicker ramps, and then eventually, then when I got a little older,
driveway sessions?
Yeah, then it was like, all right, so I'm going to go to Westco now, I'm going to start going to, Pyro when I was real young, but at the time, I couldn't go by myself, I was still like little.
What's Pyro?
Pyro is a indoor-outdoor skateboard park, but it was in the Puente Hills Mall. Like before the AMC was built right there, it was a huge park.
Wow, I never even knew that
huge
that was
park.
there.
Right there where round one's at, if you ever go, there's like a big open space. 3 big half pipes are right there.
Yeah, they had a 16-foot half pipe, they had an 8-foot half pipe. I still remember so much detail because I was there so much. Like I remember so much detail of that park.
That's
like if
dope.
I could recreate it in my brain because I remember because I was there all the time. Like
One was there all the time too.
And before it was even a shop, like before it became a big park, it used to be just a shop in the mall, and then they had just one little mini ramp.
Okay.
And then eventually, when the street skating started to take over, they started to not take over, but when it started to come back alive, because skateboarding was dead for a minute, you know? And then when it started to come back, everyone wanted to skate, so they started making money, dude. Then ever since then, they bought out the spot upstairs, and then when they bought it upstairs, that's when they were like, all right, now we can do a shop, and now we have more room, so we got indoor and outdoor. Like the big half pipe wasn't covered, but like the 2 small ones was covered with lights. Like you could sesh there till like 11 at night, 10 at night. Like you just went and paid and you went and skated. Signed your little waiver and you're in. Like you're in there like swimwear. Like
dope.
Yeah.
So Pyro, man.
Pyro, yeah.
Too bad that place ain't there anymore.
Did you see any pro skateboarders?
Oh, yeah.
What did you
Plenty. I've seen Day One. I seen P-Rod when he was like tiny. Like he was still a Grom kind of like he was like because I was a Grom, so he was probably I'm gonna say 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to see Elisa Steamer there all the time. I seen Thomas there one time.
Oh,
There were
Jamie
just
Thomas,
a lot of
shout
people
out.
were coming through there. I seen Mullen. I didn't get to meet him or shake his hand, but I got to see him skate for a demo. That was like at the time. That was even now that's the GOAT. You know what I mean? But to see him doing what he does, like, oh man, I'll never forget it. It's memorable. That's something
dope.
you can't pay to like re-see. You know what I mean? You have to be there.
You had to be there.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much there almost every day, or
Like every other day. Yeah.
Every other day?
Every other day. Dad got off of work. I got out of school. He was like, "Let's go."
let's go.
Because
Dope.
like that was even on a rainy day, you go and you don't have to worry. You didn't. People were probably in like parking structures back then, but there wasn't so many parking structures back then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there wasn't no like hidden spots like now. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
I wonder if
It's-
Fullerton was probably still popping back then, but I mean, you'd had to know about that Fullerton.
Yeah, like certain things
had to
because
know
there was
about
no
Yeah.
Instagram. There was no, you know what I mean? There you couldn't reach out. You had to call your friend and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
we're gonna
somebody
meet
had
up
to
to
know.
talk about this."
Yeah, somebody had to know about it or something.
Yeah, they had it was a lot of it was a lot of spots back then were word of mouth because a lot of people didn't even want you skating their spots because like either they built it or it was just a private spot like you had to know about it.
Yeah,
you know?
they didn't want people to then come and mess it up or kind of blow it out. Like
Yeah,
cause
they didn't want it all burnt
trash
out.
or whatever. Yeah. But do you remember our first trick learning besides an ollie?
My first trick
Yeah,
was varial.
varial.
Yeah,
Was that like just like a shove
like
it
that was like
type
the
of thing,
first.
or was
that was
it
like the
a-
first like
Or do
good
you
trick I
call
wanted to learn.
varial like the kickflip shove it?
Well, after I got the ollie, the kickflip came like a couple years later,
Uh-huh.
and then after that, then I was like, all right, now I know I can flip my board. Like now I need to start flipping and spinning, and you know what I mean. It's like math. You're just putting it together.
Dope.
But
dope.
the varial was the first thing. Like I was more hyped on the varial than learning three flip.
Okay.
So the varial to me for a minute when I learned it, that's all I wanted to do
That's
for like
dope.
a solid like year, like real young. But man, the varial even now when you see it done down stuff, it's like who does varial?
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of varial hills, but who does like just a regular varial?
Right. Yeah.
And when you see it done, it's like, oh, dude, that looked pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's one of those like hidden tricks.
Right. Right. Because not a lot of people can make them look clean sometimes. you
Yeah,
know?
because it's the way they're like an awkward trick kind of, but when they're done right, they look so good.
I mean, I had that trick way back in the day, but I mean, it was like just because I got good at it, just because it was only a half a flip, whatever, or half a turn, not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the three flip.
Yeah,
Three flip,
it was
I still
different. It
haven't
wasn't
done.
like a full. You only went. You only did the 180. It wasn't the full 360 like a three flip. you know?
Right. Right.
So you had to catch it halfway around.
Which was easy when you're a little kid sometimes, because sometimes just chucking the board forward was like easy to do, and then get that little toe to pop it over. So, shout out to that trick, man. Hell yeah. Favorite trick now to do?
Three flips.
Three flips?
Yeah, I'm a 360 flip guy.
What
Nice.
is a three flip?
360 flip. Kick flip 360.
What is a 360 flip? The motion of it, or what?
The motion is, I mean, for me, I feel like it's all
I
timing.
think we all know what 360
I
flip
think
Yeah.
most skaters know what 360 flip is.
People
Yeah.
want to know what 360 flip is. People want to know what it is.
They can watch a how-to video.
Yeah, they got trick tips for that.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
biggest stair set you 360 flip?
The biggest star set, probably like a 9 or an 8.
Tray,
Nothing too big.
tray flip?
Yeah.
Sick.
Over a crack.
Dope. So you said you didn't really have a local skate shop growing up. You just bought your stuff.
Well, for locally, like when I was little, like I didn't have a shop, but
Uh-huh.
like my pops had a shop. You know,
Okay.
like he would go out to the utility over there in downtown Covina,
Okay.
or he'd go up to Pyro, where in Puente Hills.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we always got our stuff from.
That's cool. Supporting the local shops is
Yeah.
always a plus. Shout out to Two Felons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 felons. Yeah.
Yep. That's right here in Whittier.
You know what I miss about the old days? The $20 blank deck.
Oh yeah, I wish,
25 with grip.
bro. Now if there were $20 blinks, we'd be stacked up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to worry about going and getting like. Don't get me wrong, we love all the pros. We'll always support the pros, but when you can get a good solid board, like a good deck with good concave, good shape
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
for a good price, bro, you're gonna
I was-
stack
I
up.
was-
You're gonna stack up on like 3 or 4 of those puppies, you know.
I was skating a lot of blank boards only because the fact that I started collecting all the boards that I was buying instead of skating them.
Oh shit.
So then it became a problem where I was like, dang, well, every time I bought a board to skate, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna scratch this one. It's too nice. So next thing you know, it's like just buy a blank board or buy a graphic that you're not gonna care for.
Yeah, it definitely gets like that.
You know what I mean? But support the skater that you like for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting in a way, but you know, we're learning from that.
Right. Music? Do you listen to music while you're skating? Are you the type of guy that
sometimes
pop
I
in
do,
the earbuds?
sometimes I don't.
Sometimes you do.
So, yeah, it's off and on. But a lot of times when I am skating, I don't like to listen to music unless I'm just like cruising around. Then I'm just cruising around like I'm not. It's not like a go hard or try hard, you know.
Right. Sometimes I really enjoy listening to music myself.
I think for me it's hard.
Usually it's just here in the driveway when I'm skating.
Yeah, I think for me it's hard to like try hard and like get into it while I'm listening to something. For me, like a lot of my buddies, a lot of the homies that be wearing the headphones. I feel like I can for a while, but I can't because I like to like the certain sound when you're rolling. It's gonna let you know. Okay, now I'm gonna pop. Yeah. Or you're gonna, you know what I mean? Like certain feel the ground.
A lot of people are like that, man. Old school dudes are like that.
No, yeah, they are, but some like you just it's a feeling.
It's a feeling. Yeah.
It's a feeling. Like you can't. You could describe it as best as you can, probably. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just a feeling.
Yeah, I get it.
I think for me, it's timing.
For sure.
Because I feel like I could time whatever I'm gonna hit, like a ledge or a little rail, or like I could time it better because I could hear it. Right. In a way.
I had somebody recently say that they get some like unbalanced if they don't have like
that too.
Both ears in or whatever, both ear pods in. But I'm like, wow, that's kind of trippy. But yeah, what music are you bumping?
Oh man, I like everything from punk rock to hip hop to country to you know what I mean, to ska to even the lo-fi where it's just it's just sound, no lyrics.
Yeah, just music in general, just everything.
Anything that flows, honestly. Like, but me,
that's what I like to hear.
If I'm bumping some shit, I'm bumping like some Nipsey.
Oh, okay.
I'm bumping some Young Dolph or like something that's gonna like motivate you.
Yeah.
Like I listen to a lot of different music, but lately I've been just listening to music that's gonna like. You're going to learn from it. You know what I mean? Something that's going to, like, help you value yourself in a way.
Right.
By seeing someone else's struggle, it's going to make you want to work. Like, if they did it, you could do it. You know? It's just going to take some time, slow motion.
It's true. You got to work at everything, man. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, never.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite video growing up?
Oh, Welcome to Hell, for sure.
Okay.
Toy Machine's Welcome to Hell.
Toy Machine.
Yeah, either that or Dying to Live.
Okay.
The Zero Dying to Live is...
Dope.
New Blood's good too, but I like Dying to Live.
What was your favorite part from Welcome to Hell?
Yeah.
From Welcome to Hell?
What was your favorite part?
Probably Jamie Thomas's part.
Jamie Thomas.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Being like a big hubba guy and like a jumpy, you know what I mean, roof to roof, or just big gaps, and you want to float, you want to fly. Jamie Thomas all the way.
Yeah, Welcome to Hell.
All the way.
Video. We used to watch that all the time, and the music in it is really good. Also.
Like he was one of the very few people like in that. I guess I don't want to say era, but in that circle that started to make the big drops popular and like the big gaps popular and like just you want to send it. Like you're gonna send it, you get a full send. Like you can't half send,
Yeah, I like that. There's one part I believe it was that video where he just had to do it one more time, like the 5-0.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he looked back in the camera. He did the one more.
He's like, I got to do it. I was like, dude, I would have never did it one more time.
That was perfectly clean. He's like, no, that's not.
And he does it again.
I need one more that's going to be crisp. Yeah.
Right. And he did, man. It came out beautiful with the song and everything choice. It just made that video. And
the editing alone, like, just for that generation.
It gave you good nostalgia and everything for that, It was
hella nostalgic, though.
Yeah.
The longevity of that part, it's going to be influenced by so many other people. Like, even though it even influenced us, but the younger generation that's coming up, they're going to see that, like, damn, he killed that.
Right. Yeah.
That was one of those epic
That
moments.
was one of the videotapes that we had back in the day that pretty much almost didn't come out of the damn machine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That one and virtual reality was always just playing.
Yeah, virtual reality is good, too.
But, I think by the time I kind of slowed down on skateboarding, it was... I didn't see the zero one you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Dying to Live is good.
Dying to Live, yeah. That came out a little bit after
song,
when I stopped.
Like the whole soundtrack, just great soundtrack, good editing. Mm-hmm. Everyone that was on the team at the time, like they were just killers. Like they're all rippers, dude. So I mean, if you can get just good rippers in general, and you just mix it up, throw some good music in there, some bomb editing,
right?
but they all have, they're all rippers, so they're gonna put out, a dank part every single one of them. Like you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. It'll be a classic.
Right.
If it takes off, you think about it.
Yeah. Favorite pro?
Probably Stevie Williams.
Stevie Williams. Damn, shout out, dude.
Yeah.
DGK.
Yeah, I shot photos of him not too long ago. I met him.
Okay.
I've met him a couple times, but it was cool to shoot photos of him for the first time.
That's dope.
Yeah, I shot photos of him and his son, and they were doing a community give back, like a couple years back for Christmas. So they were doing like the homie hookup, like
Where was
community
this at?
vibes.
Like Cherry
It was
Park?
at Westco.
Westco? Oh,
Yeah,
dope. They came
shout out
to
to
Westco?
Pawn Shop. They brought him through.
Okay.
It was cool. It was
Shout
dope
out.
for sure. They
Yeah.
had them, had some M's, had some little bit of everyone that just came and supported them. It was pretty rad though.
That's
Super
dope.
rad. It was very humbling.
Yeah. DGK's always giving back to the communities.
Oh, they're totally about it.
Yeah. I love that about them, man. They're always putting in the work.
And just the way that like Stevie like has everything run,
Mm-hmm.
like dude, he's about
Coolio
it.
too. Coolio?
Well, Cooley?
Cooling, yeah.
Yeah, he's dope, dude. Shout out to him.
Coolio.
Yes.
Rest
Yeah,
in peace,
shout
Julio though.
Yeah. How about a dream trick?
A dream trick
Yeah.
would probably be 3-flip 5-0, 180 late shove it out.
Okay. Damn. We gotta work on that one, huh?
Yeah, that's that's
That's never been done, I think. Has it been done?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but
Is it tray flip 5-0 late shove?
no, 180 late shove.
180 late shove.
I can't
Damn.
even
That'd be
picture
like a late big spin, wouldn't it?
Yeah, late big spin. Yeah,
Okay. Wow. Dude, that I see.
it'd either be that.
Everything, like it's in my head. I see the board. I see the turn.
It'd either be that or it'd be like nose bonk nollie flip late shove.
Jeez, that sounds cool. Nose bonk, nollie flip, like a little Chinese nollie.
Like real
a
quick,
ding.
think, and then you just hit the
Ding.
flip, and then right as it flips, you just smack it down. That'd be a dope one for sure.
That's a dope trick to learn, man. Hell yeah. How about if you could travel anywhere to skate? Where would you want to go?
Probably Japan.
Japan?
Oh, we were just talking about this last night. We were hanging out and we just got done filming.
Uh-huh.
We went and got some tricks and fucking went around. It was dope. We mobbed around all day. It was cool. Got laced up with some shoes
Nice.
and
What
just
kind
got
of
on
shoes
it.
did you get laced
The
up with?
FPs.
FPs?
Yep. Shout out
Nice.
to Descenza.
Shout out.
Want to ride the Zenzo Pro models?
Delicious.
How are they?
They're comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfy. Like on clouds all day. Literally, like for the first timer,
Yeah.
I've been seeing them around. I've been seeing people
I got
do
the
them,
I got
people
the I
wear
got
them.
the foot soles in.
Yeah, I had the soles. That's about
I
it.
got
But
the soles
for like
in my
getting my first
my
pair,
work shoes, and I could
hella
work all day.
comfortable.
Yeah. I almost want to wear those shoes all day instead of my regular ones.
Yeah,
but
shout out to FP.
just because of the insoles that I put in there.
Comfy.
So yeah, very comfy. Shout out to them, man. Doing a great job over there.
Mm-hmm.
So Japan, huh? So
Yeah, Japan.
dude, Japan's probably got some crazy ass spots, dude.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine, but it wouldn't be just for the skateboarding. I know it'd be there for the skateboarding, but just the culture and like the architecture and just the way it's designed. Like
and then
it's
you're
just way
you
different.
also you like to do a little photography, so I imagine
yeah,
you
yeah.
would love
That's
to
what I'm
take some
saying.
photos.
I'd be able to go out there and have fun doing both.
Yes. Two
If
for
I'm
one.
train
out there.
hopping or I'm wherever, like it's just you could just go and go. Like I have a homegirl out right there. She's serving in the service.
Okay.
And she rollerblades.
Okay.
So she sends photos back, and I'm like, man,
Wow.
it looks so dope out there.
Right. And everything's so clean out there too, man. The streets are clean. Everything's like made of really good, nice, marble or granite.
Yeah, a lot of marble.
Well, what made you get into photography?
For me, when I've always paid attention to it. Like I've always paid attention to photography and photos and all of it. But when I first took interest in it, I was like, is this gonna keep me from running wild? I guess you could say. Like I did a lot of different things in life, but it just helped me settle down. And once I found that new little passion, I was like, dang, this is interesting because not just that I'm capturing and documenting what I'm doing, but I'm meeting so many other amazing people that either own businesses or just regular family people that want to shoot their family party or You know what I mean? Someone needs photos for their portfolio, or they need something for real estate, or you know what I mean? Like,
so you're getting like hired on side jobs like that?
Yeah, here and there.
Oh, that's dope,
just,
dude.
You know, taking it slow motion. I'm not trying to run through it. I'm just mobbing around, meeting people. It's dope.
Yeah, it's just point the camera and take some photos, and
it's interesting.
There's a market out there for that, especially nowadays because everybody's on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody needs a cameraman.
Even you think about it, even now, like some of the athletes, like they might not want to work with their team photographer,
right?
And that guy's getting paid a lot of money, you know, but they might not have the best relationship, so that's when they'll hire a regular photographer.
Well, that's when I think they hire Atiba, right? Because Atiba shoots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Atiba's the guy, you know,
he's the guy.
He figured it out.
Yeah,
he figured it out real early before anyone else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And look at him, he's killing it, and he does everything. He doesn't just do. He might like specialize in skateboarding. Oh yeah, but he does everything.
I'm sure that's his first passion, but you know.
Same thing with the Larry Chan.
Okay.
Larry Chan, he's a big automotive photographer, but he does so much different work, you know.
Okay. So that's cool, man. That you know about different photographers.
Yeah, it's good to have the options. You know, if you don't want to shoot the mountains one day, you can go shoot athletes. You don't want to shoot athletes, you can go shoot a lake. You don't want to shoot a lake, you could go shoot the city.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
what kind of camera are you shooting with?
Nikon Z50.
Okay. And what does that run about? In case anybody's interested out there.
When I first got it, it ran about 1,200. Now it runs probably like 800-900.
Okay, so a decent camera then.
Oh yeah, it puts in work for it being small, packs a punch for being little.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Other hobbies besides photography?
Fishing.
Fishing?
Big fisherman.
Big fisherman?
Big fisherman.
All right. What are the lakes that you hit up?
Oh, Diamond Valley, Pudding Stone, Peck Pit. I mean, even the canyons, like the dam up there, all over. Aqueduct over there off the 15, like all over.
Okay. What are you fishing for mostly?
Mainly big mouth bass.
Big mouth bass. Okay. Yeah. So you're
bass.
Dope. Those are not easy to catch too sometimes.
No. You have your good days and you have your slow days, but you know, as long as you get, even if it's little, you get the skunk off the board, you're still winning, you know?
Exactly, man. So fishing, man, dude, what kind of tackle are you using for that?
I'm using it depends. I could use light tackle or I could use big tackle, like big swim baits, like glide baits, like 12 inches big, you know?
They'll snap at that, huh?
Oh yeah. Some will, some won't. Just depends if you can get them to react.
Right.
If it goes by them and they're gonna react at it, it looks good, or any type of temptation, they'll snap at it. So you're gonna get one, you know.
Right.
Sometimes it takes a long time.
Yeah, I used to be a trout fisherman myself back in
Trout's
the day.
Fun too.
Trout and sometimes catfish.
Ooh, but they both taste bomb.
Yeah,
both taste bomb.
Yeah, trout I wouldn't always keep unless they're a pretty decent size, but the catfish are always pretty big. And there's a local park right here, La Mirada, where Peralta likes to go throw his frisbee around a little bit.
That's fun too. Yeah. I actually went there not too long ago for the first time. I was literally looking at it and I was like, they had a golf course right there and they had a pond in there. I was like, dang, ninja fishing maybe. And I told my dad, because I went there to go throw disc with him because he frisbee golfs. He was the one that kind of got me into it.
Okay.
And we went there one time to go play with a group of his friends, and there was a lake, and we're like, oh damn, there's a lake here. Yeah. For me, I was like, dude, there's a lake here. He's like, yeah, I the first time he came, he was telling me, and then I seen that there was the golf course. And I
used to have a phone number. I used to call the number, and they'll tell you when they stock that park with fish. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they usually
I was looking at the golf course. I was looking at the golf course with the pond. I was telling them, I was like, check it out. There's not that fence ain't that big.
Right.
Because we've went on some missions to go fish. We really be hopping fences and no water's safe. That's what we say. No water's safe.
Dude,
no water's safe.
I've been in that pond barefooted so many times already.
Just to get the disc.
Wow, damn, that's crazy. Because I would think there's a bunch of hooks and stuff in there that I wouldn't even want to go in there barefoot.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Surprisingly,
I stepped in there those couple of times. I was like,
surprisingly, the golf course ponds they're really really clean.
Yeah.
They keep them clean. They have to maintain that super clean image or people aren't going to go golf there.
Right.
You know?
I've been there. I've golfed there.
But some of them have, some of them are honey holes where you're going to get some big fish in there. They have them put there. And then they have, some where you get the little dinks.
I think a lot of times maybe the fish might help the ecosystem in the water too. Eating
Oh, yeah,
all the
definitely.
algae and stuff like that.
They put the fish there so they don't get no mosquitoes. So it eats all the larvae. You don't want to be golfing or whatever your sport activity and you get bit by a big old helicopter mosquito, dude.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They fly by your ear. It sounds like a freaking helicopter. Like this.
So other hobbies you have were just photography, fishing, and throwing a frisbee, huh?
Yeah, frisbee golf's pretty fun.
Cool, man. Cornhole too, you said?
Yeah,
earlier?
cornhole, horseshoes, darts. I like, for me, I'm a big pool player. A lot of people don't, like some of my close friends know I shoot pool, but like a lot of people don't know that. Like I'm a really good pool player.
Okay.
Like I'll shoot pool.
You own your own stick or anything like that?
Yeah, Q.
Damn. Okay, Q. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's so dope. See.
Yeah, but like that's like.
He's a shark.
Skateboarding and pool are like one of those ones that I know.
Okay.
Like I know it to the T,
One time I got into bowling so much because
That's fun too.
They had it for pretty cheap at one time over here in Whittier, but they closed that place down unfortunately. But
yeah, bowling's fun too.
I almost got to the point where I was gonna get my own ball and my own shoes and everything. But
you're getting ready to gear up.
I was getting there, and then I just one time I just threw so many one day. My arm was just killing. I was like, you know what? Take a break. Plus that place moved out. They're just gone. There's a couple more lanes down the way, but their lanes and their balls that they use, everything about that place just didn't seem good. Like, I don't want to bash on them, but I mean, the other place was a lot nicer. Mm-hmm. I mean, just the feel of the way, even the balls, everything that you threw were different.
It was a different standard.
Yeah, but the other place did have a cool theme. Like if they put like a colored like a red pin in the front, and if you got a strike, you win like a free game. Or something like that. But the first
had
pin
little hidden perks.
Yeah, it had like a little hidden perk in there.
That's tight.
So they had like little cool things like that, and it had like dollar beer night.
Oh, it can't be dollar beer night.
You couldn't beat that.
Could never be dollar beer night.
Couldn't beer that. You couldn't beer that. You couldn't beat that.
You guys found that dollar beer spot in Vegas. Remember when you guys went?
Uh-huh.
He's like, yep.
The time where like 7-Eleven was selling beer 16 ounces for $1.
Damn.
Damn.
That's what's up.
Good times.
Shout out.
Good time. Shout out Raj.
Hell yeah. This is where we'll start winding down a little bit and ask a little crazy question. Now, if you were a famous rapper, what would your name be called?
Oh, damn. I just hit a wall, bro. Like you guys, I hit all these questions and you just hit me with a God.
Yeah.
What would my rapping name be?
Yeah.
Damn.
What would you want to be called, man?
Nuggy Z.
I don't know.
Just MC Gilly Nugs or?
I don't know.
Yeah.
MCGN. Why not?
Why not?
Abbreviate it. Like not the Gilly Nugs, just the GN.
GN. You have a
so
nice
then when you write
medallion.
it out, or like you do like an autograph, it's real easy. Something that it's a quick sign, like, all right, cool, peace.
Cool, man.
Nice meeting
Cool.
you. Thanks for listening to my music. Peace.
GN.
Take this rad memory.
Thank you and good night.
Yeah, pretty much just all right, peace.
That's dope.
Is there a memorable trick that you'll never forget that you got on footage that you'll never forget that you did?
I don't know. Probably lip slides. Like when I first learned lip slides, I thought that was like one of the fucking coolest thing ever.
Like your favorite clip of all time that you ever filmed. What clip was that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't remember. There's just all kinds of dope ones. Like even if they're little,
Yeah.
It's one that came to your head, like that you could think of, like one trick that you.
Probably. I was doing like when I first started getting into grab tricks. I was doing a lot of grab tricks at like Irwindale when Irwindale first popped up and it had the lights and everyone was going. It was like the new dog park. All the dogs wanted to go there. You know what I mean? And like they have the ditch, the banks there, like around the corner, and I was starting to get into grabs and I did a couple good melon grabs and Benihana. It's just like that feeling of floating is
Benihana. Damn.
You can't describe floating.
Yeah.
If it's a little ollie or you're doing like a super huge air, just that you're defying gravity for those couple seconds.
For sure.
It's microseconds probably.
I can't figure out how to get the hell out of a bowl like that high though.
But yeah, once you like,
just gotta whip it.
Once you catch air and you just learn that floating, like you're just floating or flying. Oh, it's priceless. that's priceless. Like
Yeah.
any skateboarder will probably tell you that. Not just me,
flying.
but you know, just when you figure it out, like, oh, now I can pop, like now I got some height, or now I can go fly a little farther or pop a little higher. Oh, game on. Everything you see. There's limits there where like you can't either go over like a bumper bar or a fence, but knowing you can get over a good size obstacle, game over.
Right.
You're gonna hit a fire hydrant, a couch that's there. You're going down the street, you see a couch, you can move it right there. You can fly over that. Picnic table, no problem. Small fence, no problem.
Our skateboarders have a different mentality.
Yeah.
We see stuff. In reality, we're artists.
Yeah, we are.
Right. Right. We see everything in a
Our
different
art
way.
is us
Yeah.
doing what we love.
Seeing a handrail in a different way than anybody else.
We go down the street and we're looking at architecture.
Yeah.
We're not looking at the building.
No.
The building is just there.
I'm looking at every curb cut.
You know, yeah, we're looking at
every little curb.
the spots where we could probably hop a fence. Like we're looking at stairs. We're looking at fire hydrants. We're looking at city benches. We're looking at even stop signs. Like, oh, that stop sign could be bent and it could be a pole jam. You know what I mean? Or like certain things coming out of a liquor store. Like we're looking at everything. Like we're observing everything, and
Almost everything
it's
and
all data
anything's
that
an
we're processing. Like we're processing this data. Like damn. Now we see
Exactly.
everything else. It's like a hidden math in a
Yeah.
weird way.
It is. All right, man. So coming down to the end of this, do you have any shout outs?
Shout outs.
Yeah.
Skate show for sure off top.
Hey, thank you.
And Listo, Prata, you know. Nothing but good times. Always good times. And just
yeah.
all the homies that we just see, you know, regularly, you know,
Yeah.
James, Chino, everyone.
All
Everyone. Just everyone. Anytime like we able to get together on a session and just enjoy the time of, you know, bros being bros. Just we're there either gonna go get clips or we're there skating somewhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're enjoying it. We're doing it with a passion. We're all doing something we like, we love.
Mm-hmm.
And you're there with friends.
Yeah. And this is how we all met too. Through
Yeah,
the skateboard.
literally. This is how we all met. And not even just, there's so many other people that we're gonna meet that we haven't met yet.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I mean, every
That will make
skater already out
super
there that
rad
hasn't met
connections
each other,
with.
they're already friends.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
And we don't know that though. We
Yeah.
haven't met those people yet.
Oh,
but
but
it's
yeah.
there's so many.
It's a
They
great
say it's
thing.
a small world, but it really is a small world if you really think about it.
It's a
sometimes.
small world, but yeah.
The community is super huge though.
Cool, man.
Super huge.
Well, I want to thank you for coming down, man, and sharing your story.
Hell yeah, dude.
Shout out to your pops for getting you on the skateboard.
Yeah. Shout out to Pops.
Yeah, shout out to your family and everybody there, dude. All right,
Thankful.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I want to make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Smash the like
Hit
button.
that subscribe button, please.
Smash
It means nothing
smash
to
the
you, but
buttons.
it means the world to us over here.
Like, subscribe.
Yes. I want to thank my crew again for coming through, always holding it down for me. I want to thank everybody out there again for watching us and tuning in. Until next time. Peace.
Later, dudes.